gonna start by putting a towel over my shoulders and then a pillowcase on top of that towel. A lot of people I know will use like a cotton t-shirt instead, which is totally fine. We just don't want our hair coming into direct contact with any towel fibers, because that surface is so rough. The friction caused by our hair rubbing against it can cause damage and breakage to the hair cuticle, especially at the ends of our hair where it's the most fragile and prone to damage. So these are the 5 steps I make sure I hit every wash day. I start by detangling my hair, then I go in with my cleanser. Afterwards, I apply my deep conditioner, then I put my products in using the LCO method, and finally I finish with whatever style I'll be wearing for the rest of the week. And all of these steps are going to emphasize moisturizing the hair, but also making sure that our hair is maintaining that moisture until the next wash day. So I'm making this video fresh out of another protective style I had in for like probably a week and a half. So lucky for me, my hair really isn't as dried or tangled as it usually is when it comes to wash day. But right here though, I'm showing you the quadrants that I make. I always work in 4 sections, and sometimes when my hair is a little harder to manage, I'll even split each of those sections in half, so I end up working in sections of 8. Right here, I'm going to show you how I do my shampoo solution. Lately, I've been using this tea tree tingle shampoo from Trader Joe's. I really like it. It has tea tree, peppermint, and eucalyptus botanicals in it. It's super invigorating to the scalp, but it's not completely stripping and drying into the hair. So I just eyeball an amount that I know will saturate my whole scalp, plus a little bit down my hair shaft. Fill the rest up with warm water and put that to the side. Then I do my detangling spray. The same, I fill it up with warm water, and then I put a generous amount of my Carol's Daughter conditioner in it. Really whatever conditioner you usually use to detangle, but let me tell you, this Carol's Daughter conditioner, all of their lines have like a ridiculous amount of slip in it. Like, it's definitely one of my staple products. It makes my whole detangling process go by a lot faster than when I use any other conditioner. So I make sure that I wet that whole section of my hair using my detangling spray. Then I lightly finger detangle, and then I go in with my wide tooth comb, and I start from the very tips and work my way up slowly to the roots of my hair. And I really take my time, y'all. Like, if I have to put my stuff down and work through a tangle with my fingers, I will do so. And I'll also keep some trimming scissors nearby in case one is so bad that I have to cut it out of my hair. Just anything to avoid ripping or tearing, because that'll set you back. That's the worst thing you can do, especially if you're trying to retain length and grow out your hair. So I'll add little bits of conditioner as I'm doing this, make sure that my hair is super moisturized. And then once it's completely detangled, I'll twist it up to make sure that it doesn't dry out or get retangled, as I'm doing the same to the rest of my hair. So now I've detangled all 4 sections of my hair. They're all twisted up. I'm going to replace the towel and pillowcase back over my shoulders and start untwisting all of the sections to start the cleanse. So I'm going to grab that solution that I set aside earlier with my shampoo. Usually I use a hair dye applicator for this step because it works really perfectly, but in this video I'm using a old hair product bottle that I rinsed out and repurposed, and honestly it works just as well. So I aim that solution directly at my scalp. I move it around with my fingertips, make sure it's covering the entirety of my head before I go in with my pink scalp massager. This was a really good investment, you guys. It was only a few dollars on Amazon, and it increases the blood flow and circulation to your scalp, as well as dredging up all of the dead skin cells being held down by product buildup and oils. So it helps to give a really deep clean. I concentrate the most like on the front edges of my hair because that's where most of my product buildup occurs. Then I move the solution down my hair shaft maybe a third of the way down. Now in this video, I'm actually moving it all the way down my hair shaft just because I have some protein overload to correct, which is a whole other story for a whole other video. But once I'm satisfied with the cleansing, I let it sit on my head for like maybe 5 minutes before I rinse it out. And once it is rinsed out, I'll put a little bit of my deep conditioner throughout my hair and twist it up just so that it doesn't get retangled or dried out while I'm setting up for my deep condition. Now, another thing I do is keep track of all of the shed hair in a wash day, and that's so one, it doesn't go down the drain and clog it, but two, it gives me a reference point so that if something changes in my lifestyle, my diet, or my wash routine, I know what its effects are on my breakage and shedding. So step 3 is deep conditioning, and this was my very first time using the Miele Organics Rosemary Mint Strengthening Hair Mask. It didn't really want to focus, but you can see it well enough. And I was pretty impressed with this product because a little bit really did go a long way, which is not something that I can say very often when I'm trying a new product out. Usually I have to go in like 2 or 3 more times to coat one section of my hair and get it as saturated as I like it when I'm deep conditioning. But with this product, from the very first scoop that I took out the jar, my hair felt very moisturized. It gave me a lot of slip and it saturated it pretty well. So just like with all my other processes, I'm starting from the ends and working my way up slowly towards the roots, making sure to not actually put it up like towards so close to my scalp. And then while I'm deep conditioning is when I go in with my brush to detangle. And this is the Easy Detangler brush. And let me tell y'all, I have been through my fair share of detangling brushes, and this one is it. Okay, this is the truth. I don't need no more after this. It was like $15 off of Instagram, so if I can find the link again, I'll definitely put it below. But usually I can't detangle this much of my hair at one time because of how thick it is, but it really does look easy with this brush. So now, oh, fun little tidbit. I was actually yelling out the door at my sister's girlfriend because I was doing her hair in between doing my hair throughout this video. So, you know, just doing hella hair that day for free. Yay, carpal tunnel. Anyways, so I make extra sure that when I'm detangling from the ends up to the roots, that I'm getting the very top of my hair, like near the scalp, in the middle of my head, because after so many times of not, detangling all the way up there, it gets really matted. And anytime you're trying to do like some cornrows or some French braids, like I'm gonna do at the end of this video, it's not gonna agree with you. So I don't think I did it in this video, but a lot of times I like to keep some warmed up coconut oil while I'm deep conditioning, and I'll put that on top of my deep conditioner. Really important, I put it on top. I don't mix it in with the deep conditioner, but I put it on top because coconut oil is one of those oils that very easily penetrates into the hair cuticle, and if you put it on top of your deep conditioner, it'll take all that good stuff that's in that deep conditioner with it while it's penetrating the hair cuticle. So along with the coconut oil, I also use my head's natural heat to open up the hair cuticle and allow more of the moisture and the other ingredients of the deep conditioner to really seep into my hair. So I twist up both sides, I'll put it in a bun, I put a shower cap over all of my hair, and then like a turby twist type of towel over that shower cap. Or I'll even tie a head wrap around my head if like I need to go outside and run errands, and that way I can, go out in public and people ain't looking at me crazy. So I say I let that deep conditioner sit for an hour minimum to like 3 to 4 hours maximum, and after that you're starting to play with the line over into over moisturization, and that's characterized by your hair feeling almost mushy, and at that point it's more prone to breakage, so we definitely don't want that. So when it's done processing, I rinse my hair out like 90% of the way, so just leave a small amount in there, and then before I put my other products, my LOC method, I oil my scalp. And this is just an oil I made a mixture out of a base of either sweet almond oil or grapeseed oil because they're very light but very moisturizing, so they're not going to clog your pores or create unnecessary buildup. And then I'll add a few drops of tea tree and lavender oil, and those essential oils are antimicrobial, antibacterial, so it just helps to create like a hygienic environment on my scalp, which is really important, especially since I do protective styles a lot and I have damp hair sitting on my head for sometimes days at a time. So as you can see, I pulled my scalp massager back out. I just rinse it off really well, make sure all the shampoo is off of it, and then I go back in after I've smoothed the oil in with my fingertips to make sure that it's penetrating my scalp really well, and also to get those effects from the blood circulation and blood flow we talked about earlier. Now it's time for the LCO method, and this is the L, my leave-in conditioner. It's the As I Am leave-in conditioner. It's really nice because it has a lot of good natural ingredients, but it's not very heavy, and that's important because I'm going to be layering my products, and I want to get the effects from all of the products instead of the first one acting as a barrier and not allowing the additional products to not reach my actual hair shaft. So because I'm not putting my hair like in a wash and go, because I'm putting it up in a protective style, and I'm going to be using a cream, a gel. I'm using a gel this time as well as my oil. I'm only putting a minimal amount, so I'm not sectioning my hair and applying it. I just kind of want an all-over base moisturization. So once I've worked that leave-in conditioner through my hair really well, starting at the bottom and working my way up towards the top per usual, I'm gonna go in with my hair cream, and this time around I used the Cantu Twist and Lock gel as my hair cream, and then on top of that I added an extra step in between and used the Main Choice Look Both Ways Hair and Edge gel. Now I only used a little bit of the gel for throughout my hair, and then I use most of it for like my edges and near my part to smooth my hair down for when I start braiding. On top of all that, I put a generous amount of olive oil to really seal in the moisture. You can put a lot of moisturizing products and a lot of water on your hair, but especially if you have higher porosity hair, you're gonna lose that moisture really quick. So those sealants, that oil is really gonna lock all of that in. And y'all, these braids lasted me for like a week and a half. My hair was super moisturized. Even after I took it out, I wore my hair down and it was shiny and still nice and moisturized. After I braid my hair, I usually will put the two braids up into a low bun just to keep it off of my clothes, and that also makes it last longer. So that's my whole process, y'all. Thank you so much for watching my very first video on here, and I really do hope that it helps somebody in their own journey, that you find something you can put to good use in this video. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. Stay healthy and stay happy, friends.